What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. You join us today, Saturday morning. We're about to head from Perth to Sydney. Now you're going to join us for arguably the craziest 6 hours in Sydney that you'll ever see. I'm really glad you're here joining us. We're going for a track day, private track night tonight. 4 or 5 cars out of the league collection, plus about 5 or 6 others from our friends. I won't tell you just yet, but just know guys, it is going to be absolutely wild. So join us for 6 hours in Sydney. So guys, we've touched down at Sydney Motorsport Park. You join us in the first garage. Behind me, as you can see, we've got the Valkyrie disassembled. We've got the P1 GTR. There's a Huracan GT3 over there, and a lonely but very supportive DBX 707. Long story short, obviously the car has come from the United Kingdom. It sat in Perth for a few weeks, and then we've shipped it over here to this private track day. Now, in the midst of all that, the 48-volt battery has died. Now, we've been battling back and forth all flight to get here in Sydney and to find a DBX because they share the same 48-volt battery. We managed to convince Aston Martin to let us use the 48-volt battery out of the DBX 707 and put it into the Valkyrie. So that's why you see all this car completely disassembled, which is very cool to see. We have flown a team in from Multimatic Aston Martin, which you'll see here, and now the battery's back inside, and they are basically putting the car back together. So the 48-volt battery sits behind the dashboard there, and it's about an hour-and-a-half process to get it out, and an hour-and-a-half process to reassemble it. So without this battery, our day is done for the Valkyrie, which is very upsetting. So we fought tooth and nail. Well, fighting is the wrong word, but we were managed to get a 48-volt battery, so our day is not done just yet. Fingers crossed though. Moving on to the, actually this is very cool, steering wheel. Very similar to any pro racing car. Beautiful little switchgear. Filtering behind me, the P1 GTR. Originally a California car, it moved to Bahrain. Now it is here in Australia. And of course our Huracan GT3, which is hosted and ran by Arise Racing. So a few of the boys are from here, have come over from Arise. Yeah, so we're going to run the Huracan GT3, P1 GTR, Valkyrie, and there's one more, actually, sorry, there's a few more surprises that we'll show you once we move to the next garages. Like I said guys, today, we're only here for 4 or 5 hours. Today is going to be the greatest track day Australia has ever seen. So guys, we have made it to Sydney Motorsport Park. As you can see, there is utter madness behind me. Huayra BC Tempesta to start us off. Behind that, Pagani Zonda R Revolution, one of 10 of the R's ever created, one of 5 in the Revolution format. And then obviously P1 GTR behind us, behind that. So there are some insane cars today. We're going to take you through different experiences, highlight different cars throughout the day. We've got an S14 tearing past, which is a bit nutty as well. That's from the boys at Heesmans. Yeah, so today basically we can expect to see some incredible cars going around Sydney Motorsport Park. We might even get a bit of time in the Pagani Zonda, as Road and Track have offered us a drive in that. Unbelievable. So yeah, it's a mind-blowing day, and we're very fortunate to be here. So thank you to the organisers, Ross. Yeah, we cannot wait to show you around the track, and it's going to be an amazing day. Oh, and actually, we've got the AMR Pro Valkyrie. So we've flown in, as I said before, a team from the UK. We've got a British Touring Car Championship driver, Andy Prillo, and he is going to be an absolute weapon behind the wheel, showing Lawrence how to drive the car and his first operation. So, yeah, we're going to take you through a night at Sydney Motorsport Park. Pagani Zonda R Revolution. Never did I think that we'd see one in Australia, but it's genuinely, it is a work of art. Pagani's, you know, across the board, they're just absolute sculptures, and this really is the pinnacle for a lot of us of that generation. It was in Gran Turismo, so our first real taste of operating a Pagani. Not that many of us would ever be able to afford one. But yeah, as you can see, this thing is a very, very special beast. Unlike, I mean really, unlike anything else. P1 GTR going out, P1 behind you as well, which you'll see a yellow one. Very cool day. I'm as confused as you, but apparently he owns Lando Norris's helm. And it's signed. He's about to rip the signature off.
Gonna see. Or maybe I just flick that up, eh?
Yeah, just flick it up.
Lawrence is gearing up to go out. Zonda R, Huayra BC, Tempesta, Cup Car, Veyron, P1, 458 GT3, or A of course, Huracan GT3. I mean, guys, this is unbelievable. P1 GTR. So your British Racing Green, with obviously mixed with Papaya Spark. Sadly to say, when it arrived in Australia, it had 26 kilometers, which is criminal. So it sat around for 10 years, not being driven. Anyway, today, again, in true fashion, it gets a good hammering. Speed legend. 911 GTS, 911 GT3, our GTR Pro, and a 720S. Guys, take your pick. Obviously, Lawrence is about to head out in that. We'll get his thoughts after that. See what he thinks about the P1 GTR. Oh, magnificent. Look at it. Some fresh slicks, freshly serviced. It's good to go. So guys, finally, it has happened. They got the Valkyrie started, and it's down here in the pit lane, about to start doing some hot laps. Andy Prillo, the BTCC champion, is here. Mental.
Absolutely not. He was cruising when he went down the straight.
What do you mean he was cruising? So the point of today, with flying obviously the team over from the UK, give Lawrence a genuine, authentic experience, very similar to the XX program from Ferrari. Andy's getting started, warming things up, and he'll take Lawrence out and show him a few things, and then hopefully Lawrence will have a bit of a drive.
We're here at the track day in Sydney, trying out a few of the cars. I've just jumped out of the P1 GTR. That thing is mental. It's an absolute beast. I'm about to hop in as a passenger in the Valkyrie AMR Pro. This thing is insane. It's from another planet. It sounds incredible. Really excited to be a passenger with a pro driver at the helm. Looking forward to it. See you guys.
here with Andy Priot, who is a Chief AMR test driver and BTCC champion.
Well, yeah, BTCC race winner, World Touring Car champion,
Cool.
and a few other things. I had a long career and a busy paper round, so
Right.
but it's great to be here with you guys today, and in the 002, the AMR Pro, which is just a beautiful car.
It is. So we flew, we invited, and they generously came down, Andy and the team, Richard and Tom, to help us, or help Lawrence with managing and running through and the general operation of the AMR. In your experience, what can Lawrence expect compared to, say, his FXX Evo, based on the LaFerrari? What can he expect just as a fresh green thumb hopping into the Valkyrie?
I mean, this thing is, as close as you're going to get to a Formula 1 car. It's got a phenomenal downforce, slick tyres, V12, 1,000 horsepower. We've designed the car, Multimatic and AML, to make it benign. So we're going to work through some steps, with him, start at 500 horsepower and build up.
Oh, so you can adjust the power?
You can adjust the power.
Oh, okay.
But I think the biggest thing for Lawrence, and he's already experienced with a passenger lap with me, was that high G-force in braking on inline. Here we go. Yeah, he's doing really well. I mean, he's very brave. That's his second flying lap, and he's straight on it, so he's a good lad. But yeah, it's the inline braking, that huge cornering force. The faster you go, the better it gets. A lot more downforce, 1,000 horsepower, pure acceleration. I think that the key is getting the processor speed, the mind, to be able to deal with that kind of workload. Because there's a lot going on, it's very, very quick. But the faster you go, in a lot of ways, the better the car will become with the downforce, and the tyre will switch on, the brakes and everything are designed to operate under high load. So I think it's probably the fastest track day car in the world,
Yeah.
And it's always going to be a little bit faster than you can go.
Of course.
Yeah. Even me, I go through turn one. I think there's a bit more in the car.
You're killing it though.
Well, I'm having a go, but there's always a place to go. There's always a way to go faster. The car, you'll just keep doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, very nice. Well, thank you, Andy.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
your
Great
thoughts.
to see you guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.
feel a bit sick when driving. It's just the limited visibility, the G-forces that you pull. Yeah, there's muscles that are sore that I've never used driving a car before. That was incredible machine. I would have loved to keep going, but I literally feel a bit sick. So.
So there you have it, guys. That is a few hours at Sydney Motorsport Park. Our first time here. some street cars, some race cars, some hypercars, even an insane day. So thank you very much to Road and Track, our friends here in Sydney. Thanks to Aston Martin as well for helping us out with the Valkyrie. Special day, really special day. Zonda, P1 GTR, P1, Veyron, you name it, it's pretty much here. So I even took out the P1 GTR, which is pretty cool. Not too dissimilar from the street car, but a lot more aero and stability, a little bit tighter. But yeah, we're about to hop back on the jet now, head to Perth, and then we're off to Bali in the morning. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.